Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. It's a little bit late, so I'll try to keep it low, not to disturb my neighbors, but welcome everybody, and this reading here is for fire signs. Let's start. Reconciliation, and it is worth it. One more, the truth. So it speaks for itself. When I see the truth card, I'm always taking this as like divine confirmation. So if you ever wondered whether you wanted to go on with this twin flame journey or not, the answer is that it is worth it. Some more. In a sense, the reconciliation between you and your DMs is literally like, if spirit is telling me that it is worth it, it means that it's like the likelihood is that it's not worth it to you anymore a little bit. That's how you're seeing that, Authentic truth yet again. I'm telling you, some people are going to be shocked from this reading here, because Spirit is telling me up front that it's ready to reveal the truth, whether in the cards or whether you will hear the truth is what I can see here. Like in life, you see this reconciliation and soulmating. Your focus should be on that for the moment. I can feel here you trying your hardest to detach yourself from that divine feminine, is because you're busy doing you for the moment. I can see here divine feminines, fire signs, just being focused solely on themselves for the moment. And you're doing the right thing, I can tell you that much. That's why these truths are ready to be revealed to you. Which makes so much sense, is literally you have to open the path, literally, for us, the F's from other elements, because you are the spark, that I keep seeing, or that I saw in my last reading. It's literally you give all of us life, and the connection to the divine, the straight connection to the divine, you are the holders of that. It's beautiful, people, I can tell you already. Let's begin. I want to do it a little bit differently today, so that you'll have a good reading. Tell you what I'm seeing when it comes to past energies here is literally now you've made up your mind to the point that you're seeing everything clearly, there is no indecision left in you anymore. And I'll tell you, you're trying to reject this whole thing altogether, but I'll tell you something else, that's happening to you is the fact that it's sending you in a dark place. But those are energies of the past, lets me know you're trying to come out of this. I can see it many ways, but here again I see it as depression. It's you let go of nearly everything. You're not questioning anything anymore. You're not even chasing this cup of love anymore. I'll do fine just all by myself. Thank you very much is a little bit of what I'm seeing here. But I'm telling you, it's sent you in a dark place, definitely. I feel it here, it's not healthy. It's funny here, but what I can see is that your DMs have actually already reached out to you and talked to you in the past. but somehow when he appeared with his offer, or like this idea of him reaching out to you, you know, you figured out somehow that this guy is not ready yet, that he still has a long way to go. And it's funny because you can see it here for yourself. It's literally like your DMs have already come in contact with you. And it's another thing I'm sensing too. Somebody I'm speaking to has seen their DMs, you know. Because of this Knight of Pentacles here, is literally like he did something that was definitely real coming towards you, something you could touch or feel or something like that is what I'm sensing here. This may not be for everybody, but I can tell you, I can feel it here, like this should be for most, you know. You've had some kind of contact not too long ago with your DMs. I can see it here, and I'll tell you, because it's literally like he appears in the form that you've always wanted here. Your divine masculine making you that particular type of offer, you know, and definitely reaching out to you or trying to build something with you. You literally, which is why you're depressed here, I can tell you that much. And when I see the truth and authentic truth, people, you better believe it, you know. And if it's not the case, then please just take what resonates, you know. I'll tell you, it's literally like you thought your union was there. Like, I'm in union, literally you like declaring this because you were certain that when he came, you know, with this offer that I'm seeing here in the past, that was it, you know, that was the reconciliation for you. And I can tell you something, he's disappointed you. It's because of who he is, you know, who he is still to you. It's literally like, you know, it makes me, it's a funny thing, but you know, as a reader, it makes me re-question him here with his offer. It's literally like he gave you a knight type of offer, and we want the king type of offers, you know. Yeah, something like that. Some more here, because this is interesting to me. Yeah, people. There are two things that I'm seeing here, you know. It's literally like either he told you something that made you feel like, you know, he was ready for this family here with you, and you saw, like, you know, you see this Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's like he led you absolutely nowhere, you know. Yeah, he led you nowhere, this type of offer that he gave you. There was no blessings behind that, and to you, somehow it appeared like, you know, you could touch this 10 of Cups that I'm seeing here. And another thing that I'm seeing too is somebody being trapped in some kind of a marriage, you know, that never worked for them, and that is never going to work. I can tell you that much. But for some reason the person cannot move on here. This may be specific, you know, but those are the things that I'm channeling from that. Is either your DM is still with somebody and things are not working, and maybe that was, you know, the thing that you saw that you didn't appreciate or about him. I can see some of that here. Told you, maybe like tried to contact you and told you he was still married. Or I can tell you something I'm seeing here with this divine feminine as well. It's like some of you are still married, you know. This is funny. And if that's the case, I can tell you something, your DM will never show up if you have some kind of, like, you know, covenant or some kind of a tie, with another man. That's not the way it works, you know. In spirit is one man and one woman, or one feminine energy and one masculine energy. That's how it is. You belong to one person, and I don't want to upset anybody, because I know, you know, we're in 2020 and some people have their ways, but you know, it is what it is. That's what I said. And yeah, one last card here. Yeah, people, you see that like the moon energy and like death, I see it as transformation here, and divine feminine. I can tell you, you know, all of these things that I'm telling you and that I'm sensing and that I know are the authentic truth to somebody watching me. Whoever you are, something here is a message for you. I can tell you, you know, is literally like after that encounter here, you decided that that was it. You know, I have to change because this guy here, he's like so far away from where I need him to be that I'm just going to, you know, definitely that worry about myself as a divine feminine. And you've changed lately. You've definitely changed lately. No more doubts, I can tell you. You don't give a care to stay polite whether somebody cares for you or not anymore. This offer literally that you've been of love that you've been waiting for, you know, all along, you know, literally never showed up, and I'm good with that, is what I can feel here. But I can tell you that's just on the surface here. At night, or when you're by yourself, when you have a little quiet time or something to reflect on those things. But you see, these are energies of the past, you know, so it could have happened, and if that's not the case, you may be still in that energy to go towards like what's your current field, or like an energetic field, if it makes sense to you. You know, when you're by yourself, or maybe you've changed from that, if that's not the case, I can tell you, you'll find yourself coming out of this depression that I can see sometime soon, because now you're worried about yourself and how to do like divine work. I can see it here, people. You're like worried about what you can give, since what he came and gave to you, you know, was not enough for you. But I can tell you, somebody had some kind of encounter, or definitely some kind of like correspondence, whatever, I don't know how you say it, but like communication or stuff like that with your DMs, you know. One card here. You know, me, I tend to do like long readings, you know. One card just like jumped. I mean by that, I have to really start compacting them, because you know, once I'm at it, I just want to go about the reading and get all the clues. But that's the card that is like of your past, you know. So I can tell you, you suffered in silence from other people. I can see it here with this like moon and the Four of Swords in reverse, like, you know, a little bit depressed and not having healed fully, and you didn't show that to anybody. And I can tell you something, you didn't show it to your DM. It's like he was not welcome to see your pain this time around. And whatever happened, you know, you took it, like I can tell you, with this suffering in silence a little bit here, you took that thing like you have never before. In a sense, you could detach, you know, from the whole situation and be like, you know, this is not healthy for me. There was no fussing, no fighting this time, just you backing away, you know, and definitely carrying this like hurt that I can see here. So when it comes to like current energies, there are a couple of things that I'm channeling here. I'll tell you one thing to begin with, is literally like something that you had like a problem, which is not having your DM, is what it is, people. And it's a little bit more than that, is that actually not having a man or a husband, you know, in your life, or a companion in your life, is how I see the Empress here in reverse. But I have to clarify her, because she's caught my attention. I'll tell you, you know, is literally like, you know, this is not going to work for me. And now you find yourself, and if that's not the case, you will be finding yourself like in the near future definitely being more chilled about this whole thing, is what I can see here. And another thing that I'm channeling, because I told you I could feel here that somebody's DM is definitely married, or in this 10 of cups, but it's not a real one type of energy, just appears to be so on the surface, you know. I can tell you those, you know, it's going to resonate with somebody if that's not the first thing that I told you, like you being more like fine about the fact that you'll never marry, or like you will be single or really by yourself and build your empire and build yourself and build your, you know, mental and your divinity a little bit. If that's not the case, I can tell you, you just have to take it easy, you know, for a second, because this woman is not going to be in the picture anymore, and that there, she's not going to be in the picture like very soon. I can tell you something, people, you're not the only one suffering in silence here. She is too, that's what I'm trying to say. Well, you can't see that because it's really small, but there's a little fly here. It's literally like, pay attention. Goddess of the Moon. I need one card here because it's telling me to be intuitive. Envy. Yeah, it's if that's the case, you know the woman, I can tell you that much, you know, and you found yourself being jealous of her, and because she had your DM all along. Yeah. One more card. Yeah, I can see it here, like some divine feminines listening to me found themselves, you know, in this like definitely karmic relationship. But I can tell you with that 10 of cups that I was seeing, this here we're talking about, and this is specific more than just a girlfriend, you know, long time. And I'll tell you, I forgot to say it, you know, at the beginning, but this is also for cross watchers. I can see it here already. But I'll tell you, there was like a main karmic here, somebody that you envied, you know, and like, I'll tell you something, it's two things I'm channeling. Is either you didn't know about her, like your DM really tried to hide this very woman from you, you know, to begin with, or something like that. Yeah, and nothing I'm channeling is literally like, you know, that was like, I'm sorry, my mind is just channeling, but that was like the karmic here was the reason for your envy. And when I see the deceit here, it's literally like you really went deep into like wanting to be her a little bit like that. And I can tell you, it made you feel like really like in bondage, basically, the fact that he was with somebody, and this may be specific, you know. And if that's not the case, well, I can tell you she's the one, or your DM, like everybody a little bit was like karmically tied to this type of scenario that I'm seeing here, meaning you had to grow from that, your DM had to grow from that. But the karmic here, I can tell you, because she comes out of the Empress, you know, this here is somebody who's I'm going to channel this here is somebody who is playing her divine role, and I'm gonna leave it at that. And I can see it here with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It's literally like she did what she had to do, and now there's no more use for her, you know, is what I'll tell you. But I'll go with this envy card for like the general thing. I can tell you, for a lot of you, you know, fire signs, she was like something that was unacceptable to you. And I can tell you something, people, with this Four of Pentacles, you know, and like the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, for me as to something that has already happened. This woman here that I can see, like I'm telling you, you're not the only one that has suffered in silence, if that's the case, because right now, or like in the recent past or something, she definitely held on to this thing for her life, you know. She didn't want to let go of your DM. Some more. I'm telling you, karmically, you felt like in bondage because of this type of thing that I'm seeing here. Your DM felt trapped and the karmic felt trapped, you know. And I'll tell you for the other scenario that I'm seeing, you know, as to the present energies. I told you some of you just find it in yourself, or are going to be able to find it in yourself to belong to nobody, you know. And it's literally like, if you have not, I can see it, but it's in the past, you know. So if you're listening to me, your like current reality is the fact that, you know, you're really settling, and because of this Ace of Pentacles, you know, I believe you, like literally you found back to yourself, and this one here you don't want to share with anybody. You're holding on to yourself. You're good now. You're feeling literally like this love thing is not going to work for me. I tried everything. So now it's time for me to just take it back, you know, take it easy and do my divine work, you know. And literally, like, some of you have made up their mind because of this divine feminine, you know, energy here to, like, literally you're ready for your mission. So whether, you know, this here I can share with somebody else or not, it doesn't matter to you anymore, but I can tell you it mattered for the longest time, and I hope that this makes sense to you. And I can tell you this type of thinking is just you lying to yourself, you know. It's the rest of this depression that I could feel is literally like you're upset for the moment, you know. You're just mad, which is why you can think like that, but I can tell you, to you, that's the truth. That's become your reality, you know. It's current energies that I'm seeing. I'll do something here. Your DM, I want him to say what he's got to say now, because I can tell you, you came in so strong, you know, the focus is definitely on you. But what about your DM, you know? Mental conflicts is because of that karmic intuition. I'm right about what I'm telling you. And balance as to justice. I need one more card. Destiny. I'm telling you, people, she fulfilled what she, and you gotta see this to believe it. I don't play with cards. I think that they send me a message and I follow the message. I'm trying to gather this card with my thick hands, you know, and you see, like, the universe is like, you know, something is spirit to me, basically. With my small hands, I can't hold it as I'm flipping it. This is what's showing: the Four of Wands and the Sun, which is yet again the truth. She was there for the time that she needed to be there. And mind you, I asked you about your DMs, you know. I asked about your DMs. Don't worry about what goes on even in his head for the moment when it comes to this to this karmic, to your DMs, karmic, because at the end of the day you will have justice when it comes to that. Why? Because it's written in the stars, people. It's written in the stars, people. The Four of Wands is written in the stars for you. And I need one more card here, and I'm done with, like, current energies, because to me that's enough. Is literally like you don't have to worry. And mind you, the universe card that I saw, you know, I got you. Literally the universe telling you, I got you. You'll see the day when things, you know, turn in your favor concerning this case that I'm seeing here. Remembrance, definitely. And I can tell you something. For you fire signs, it can very well be the case, you know, that you were lucky enough to have some time with your DMs. Yeah, you've experienced him, like, more than most. I can tell you that much, you know. And it's two things that I'm channeling. Is like, it's one, you're gonna have to go back to the time where you guys were happy. And when I see remembrances, I can tell you this karmic, you know, was the main hindrance, you know, between you guys. You were there, literally. Like, then she came along, yeah. and you will see yourself, I can tell you that much, finding back to each other anymore, because it's a little bit like you have already built something together, if it resonates with you. And if that's not the case, what else do you need to tell us, Spirit? Awakening, I can see that with the Divine Feminine card and Goddess of the Moon, and the light underneath you, definitely in your power. I got some cards, I'll take this one. People, you're definitely in your power. There is only light. You see that light here, you see the cards, like how they resemble each other, and you see the light underneath. It's too much light, I don't see how, with all this light here and that being your element, and you being definitely like, this is you being who you were always supposed to be. And if it's not the case now, I can tell you this is what you will become. You will, like, for somebody listening to me, you will find yourself in the future fulfilling like the totality of your potential, people. You'll see. And that day, please remember me. You're carrying like rests of something very painful or like pain. And I'm telling you, it had a lot to do with this competition here. And all I can tell you for the moment is that things for you do not appear as they are. Stop focusing on the karmic. If that's the case, stop being, like jealous of her. Let it go. It doesn't matter, because I can tell you that light, that I'm looking for, I will be searching for my whole life, and everything is like literally you're the barriers of the light, people. You play like definitely a role key, and all this light is like literally you cannot be light and not have light around you. And I will leave it at that, as to like no, I need cards. Rejection, I can see it here, people. I can see it here. One thing that's like as to future energy, so I'll tell you something. If you have not already rejected this guy, be careful, because you'll be tempted, to reject this guy. And I can tell you why. It's like literally the thing that I'm sensing happened, or whatever has happened, something of importance to you is making you reject your DM, like now altogether. One more. Beware of that, You don't have to be like that. You're light, Don't focus on the darkness. Sexual arts, definitely, for now, sexuality is wands to me. Like that fire, And I keep, getting that in my readings. I can tell you too, for you, it's time to embrace this type of energy here. Is what either like dancing, definitely dancing, going out, for a change, maybe clubbing for you, just to be able to feel your body again. If your DM is not in your life, meeting new people. I'm not telling anybody to be promiscuous, I'm just telling you the sexual energy in you, it has to be fulfilled, because you've been rejecting this because of your DM, all along. You did. I don't want to hurt anybody, but I gotta give it to you straight, He did not reject that type of energy. So why wouldn't you, like, in a divine way, also find a partner or somebody for yourself, is what I'm seeing here. Healing. Why you have to do that is because it's going to be healing to you, and we need a card from our DMs that you've rejected, or that you feel like even if he came back your way, you will reject. And I can see it here. That's the energy of the future. Love, people. you have to watch my latest readings. You will see what I'm trying to tell you here, because at the end of the day, that's where we all connect, no matter what the elements, you know. I can tell you your DM loves you, and if you heard it from like former like my last reading, is just confirmation to you. I asked him like, what about our DM? He's in that energy of love, you know, and I can tell you this one here, she doesn't look like a karmic to me. She's too pretty for that, you know, and I'll leave it at that. From all of the things that happened between you and your DM, I can tell you one thing, that love is what you're going to have to focus on the future. You're literally, your mental, you're too good for, you're too strong for your own good, you know, for the moment. I'll tell you that. You have to give room for this love here, because I can tell you, you are decided. You are on track, running off to your destination, and you're ready. You're so ready to kill this guy from your memory, you know. It's like somebody very silly I follow on YouTube, but he makes me laugh, you know. It's like he was saying, I don't have exes, you know, because once we're done, you know, you're out of my memory, I don't know you anymore. That's literally where you're trying to put this guy. And I can see it here, and Spirit is telling me, it's literally like it's acknowledging all the things that you have experienced with your DM, you know. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to find it in you to like soften a little bit, you know, because the only thing that matters, you know, in the future is this love that I can see and feel here. So you heard it. Oh, I got a jumping card. I'll redraw this card, but you could see the Two of Cups here is literally, I'll take it upright, though I'll go for some more. You see it here for yourselves, people. Normally I wouldn't take that card, you know, but I told you I could feel the love, and when I see this two and these two here, you know, you don't know me, I'm just like a shy person, but I'm very much in tune, you know, with myself. I can tell you one thing here, is literally like if you hold the wands and your sexuality is blocked, suppressed, or repressed, once you're ready to do that, your DM is going to come your way, because I can see this two just being added, you know what I mean with this sexual art, you know, cards here. Is literally like your body's been waiting for this guy, you know, and once you find it, you know, to have like sexuality for yourself, you know, intimacy for yourself, I can tell you this guy is gonna show up again. I can see a divorce here. I can see a divorce here, like a change of situation. I can see you're not running away from you in the future. Like if you think he's not done yet, I can tell you in the future he'll be entering this type of hermit energies here, just to be able to give you this cup of love that I'm feeling here. And I'll tell you, I see divorces and separations in the future. Yeah, I need to clarify this Hierophant here. But if you don't see your person, like if you don't hear it in the future, your person divorcing or like letting go, but this here is a commitment, people, you know that. Divorcing or letting go of this long time type of girlfriend, this here is definitely playing house, you know. He'll do that just to enter this introspective stage here. If that's not the case, it's because you are going to get divorced, and I can tell you, I told you, if that's the case, I'm sorry, people, but it's madness for you to think that your DM is going to show up, you know, within the configuration that we have, you know, as to him being the runner and you the chaser. If you're still married to somebody, you know, you got to make that choice first as to where you want to be. And as long as you have like these energies that I can feel from the past here for somebody, you're not going to get your DM. And that's that. Yeah, it's definitely about the sexuality. Something about you fire sign sexuality, you know. I gotta clarify this. This is insane. I need a second for this one here. I can tell you something that I'm seeing, people. There are like a couple of things, but you're going to have to bear with me. First of all, I'm speaking about you. This is about you. When I see this Two of Cups and this love here, I can tell you that's the only thing, and I'll draw some more cards if you want to. But when it comes to your DM and any kind of masculine energy that we've seen here today, let me tell you, it's about like loving you, being with you. I can see the sexual arts here too as linked to that. I can see your DM not running away from you in the future. And I'll tell you, it's like whatever you choose, literally. But if I can advise you, when things start going your way yet again, do not include the sexual element in your talk, or drop it. You see the Hermit trying to show itself here. Drop it, people. Drop it. Literally, like, go back to the past with him first, where you guys were happy together, or speak about those things, you know. And I can tell you, once you do that, once you take, you know, a little bit the time to, it's literally like you've been repressed so much that every time he comes close to you, you unleash, you know, your energy, which is that sexual energy, here onto him, literally. And I can see here somebody like trying a little bit to, it's not manipulation, you know, it's just like divine feminines, you know, I don't know how to say it, but energetic field or aura a little bit. It is normal that you would be like a sensual type of person, but you, I feel it now, you know, it's a little bit, and I can tell you, us, you know, water signs and fire signs, that's a little bit of what we share in common. And I'll leave it at that, you know. But you have suppressed that very important part of you. It's literally like, you know, you had nobody there, but at the end of the day, the only thing that you wanted to do with life is to be in bed and, you know, be erotic, sensual, close, intimate, you know, like literally just coming out for some food and let's go back at it. I can tell you, it's too much like passion here. The immaturity that you saw, where you felt like, you know, your person was not ready for you, you're going to see that like disappear. I can tell you, try to stay away from like literally like enticing your person sexually, and you'll see that you guys can go back to being the lovers that you once were. I can tell you, like, you've had the chance to experience your DMs fully. So when he left, you know, you were left with nothing. For other DFs, it's a little bit different. They've never really known the guy, you know, and I'll leave it at that. And I can tell you, like, lies I can see from the past, because this energy is like in reverse, so it should not repeat itself. But you're very worried about some cheating happening. You're worried when it comes to that in the future, you know. I need like some more cards and we'll slowly like end this reading. You see the justice I was talking about. And it's funny, one more card and another one. Yeah, that strength I can see. I can tell you something, you're afraid of him because he's a manipulator. You are definitely in your power, though you upside down here is just a matter of choice. It's literally like you choose not to be somebody else's divine feminine from now. excuse me. You choose not to be this guy's divine feminine from now. And I can tell you it's just a matter of perception for the moment. You're not thinking clearly. I can tell you, and I'll tell you why it's like this deception. This is somebody literally conning you, hurting you, and this here's a trickster. I can tell you that much. He could pretty much have been a magician, the way the Seven of Swords is underneath, because he's the type of person that'll definitely pull a rabbit out of a hat. Or he can tell you stuff, he can lie to you. This guy so well, even when it comes to this hidden intimacy that I can see here. That's the type of thing that you're going to have to heal from, people, and I'll tell you. So if your DM has something to say, he better say it now. But I can tell you with this cups here that I can see, the guy is ready for you. The guy is ready for you, even if it's just still at a very basic level, but I can see that he wants you. Judgment. He knows from the last encounter that you've had, and all these conflicts that I can see here happening between you guys, that just winning you back, yeah, he should be stressing over that. Is literally, he knows the depth of the hole that he's, dug for himself when it comes to you. Yeah, people, we're getting this often when it comes to our DMs with you. This type of hurt and depressed energy is a shared energy, people. You've been there, but he finds himself there too, because he's scared of losing you. Ooh, yeah, thank you, Spirit. You saw it for yourself as I'm saying this. Watch this love, I can see it in your reading. Watch this intimate type of love. Watch this love. Watch the love that you once had. Watch the passion, that's there between you guys, your element, and watch him here offering his cup of love to you any way that you want. But I can tell you, for him to be the finished man that you really want, you're going to have to see these things that I'm telling you, play out first. It's a process. It's going to be a process with you. But I can tell you, and it's really beautiful, because before I asked Spirit, which element I should start with, it took me back to the last reading that I had automatically. So if you saw it, if you watched my last reading, this love here is definitely what it has been all about. So no matter what it looks like, when I see this goddess of the moon, you should know better. Your DM loves you. He doesn't love that woman. She was there for a reason, for a season. He loves you. So I'll finish the reading. Oh, I forgot one card here. And he's definitely scared of losing you because of the love that he feels for you. You're a divine feminine, so why, wouldn't he be all about you? And you see this victory and success for you in the future. Beautiful. Beautiful. You deserved it. Emotional withdrawal. That's what you're imposing yourselves, for the moment. And that's how he feels, you are towards him. One more. This Three of Cups, so I see something different here. And when I see awareness, I'll tell you awareness from me to you, because I'm seeing this as Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. I'm telling you, you've had encounters with your DM, and literally all you have to do is to wait, because you will see this guy again. You will talk to him again. It's literally he is on his way. And I'll tell you something, this awareness that I'm having towards you, you're going to have towards yourself too, and towards him. You're going to have that towards yourself with all the things that I told you. And the awareness is also from him to you, meaning he's disappointed you so much that even when he shows up again, because the last time I can see with this Ace of Pentacles you believed him, this time around you're gonna be like, no, hold up a second, let's do this thing right. I can see it here with that like Queen of Swords in reversed and the Ace of Swords in reversed here too. Let's do this thing right. You're gonna find yourself be like unpenetrable. If he doesn't do the right thing, your swords are not going to be upright, meaning you're still gonna be defensive or something. Entrapment. Why is that? Yeah, I could see it, people. When your creativity is also from, I'm telling you, that spark, the wands, the sacral chakra, the sexuality, that's the creative, like human or spiritual energy. You're going to have to go back to that, but I'm not seeing like your creativity. All I saw was unleashed, as I was thinking of what I'm channeling here. I can tell you the situation that you were in that you are and were in was like so hard for you to handle, that once you decided to free yourself from this thing, all you knew is that you were not going to look back, because it sent you there in this type of like depression and things. I can tell you something, one more, because it made me more think of like release it, go back to your sexuality. That's all I got to say, people, because I swear to you that's what I wanted to say. Just go back to your sexuality. You see it here yet again, unleash your creativity. And you see that like belt and literally that she's wearing, it makes me think of like a chastity belt. You gotta find back to self, and I'll give you one last card to this spark, because that is your element, people. You keep us alive, you bring us down here. I can see communication coming your way again. With you it's like again, rest and rejuvenate is to let go of this depression that you once felt. Spiritual strength is definitely what you guys are feeling for the moment. And one last card and another one. This entrapment, I need one more card. With you it's beautiful today because Spirit wants to talk, Yeah. I'm telling you something, don't reject what Spirit has for you. And I'll tell you another thing, this here felt such such a burden to you that once you decided you wanted to free yourself from this thing, you were not going to look back, and that's where you will find yourself, or you find yourself, and this accelerated movement and throat chakra, I can tell you with you is two things that will help you not to trap literally like your twin flame situation any further. You're going to have to learn how to communicate with each other and go back to the time where you guys were happier. One last card and that's the end of the reading, people. I have a jumping card. Take time to breathe out. So you'll speak to somebody, meditate and contemplate, so you see what type of energy you're going to see yourself in, or have to see yourself in. Is definitely that hermit type of energy, but a different way. This is more like Zen. You gotta find your Zen, people, and luck is on your side. You see it for yourself, The answers you need are coming. I can't leave you like that. Surrender to the divine. When I see that, I never question that, you know. If you listened, you know, to my reading and it resonated with you, you see it for yourself. You know, I wish I could give you some answers, but I tell you, you have to see this whole thing manifest, you know, to believe it. And the only thing you have to do is to surrender to the divine. Work on that hurt, you know, that you're having. Kind of heal yourself from the pain that you're keeping with you. Keep doing what you are doing, because it's definitely working for you, but push forward, you know, a little bit, some more, in the sense, you know, that you go back to your sexuality, because at the end of the day, you're the ones who bring us here, you know, with this type of energy. Yeah, people. So that was my reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'll come back, you know, for some more for you guys, fire signs, because I think like this is a little bit just like clues as to how to heal yourself, so that you don't reject your DM the next time he tries to come back to you. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed my reading. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. If you did, take care of yourselves, stay healthy, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.